So I'm about to put my money where my mouth is, or I'm about to end up with egg on my face live for the whole world to see. So I've just wrapped up a massive project over the last few months, and instead of taking a break, I'm diving headfirst into something brand new, something bold, something that I believe represents a fundamental shift in how we build businesses today. And I'm going to invite you to watch every step of the way. Now, to help you understand how I got started, prior to 2010, I had spent a decade building a corporate career, working long hours, trying to get the next promotion, not realizing that I was delaying my dreams to help the directors afford their next sports car or boat. I was drinking too much, I was smoking too much, and I was spending too much. And every relationship I tried had ultimately failed. Now, it was then that I was in such a place of pain that I discovered hypnosis. And in just 2 days, I was able to quit smoking, quit drinking, and learn the tools I needed to reprogram my beliefs about relationships, money, and also myself. This is what actually inspired me to quit my corporate career and become a professional hypnotherapist. And so for the last 15 years, I've been deep in the trenches of my own hypnosis related business. I wasn't just a practitioner, I became a marketer, a lead generator, and also a salesperson. After my hypnotherapy qualification training and practice, I knew I could skillfully help people. But I also quickly learned the hard truth, and that is that running a hypnotherapy business is actually different from being a great hypnotherapist. So at that time, I realized I had to invest in getting better at marketing, sales, financial literacy, and also business analytics. Some life-changing books that have shaped my philosophy over the years during those early parts of my hypnosis career were books like The E-Myth Revisited, Cashflow Quadrant, Man's Search for Meaning, Awaken the Giant Within, and several others. Now, if you'd like me to give you a play-by-play of the best books that I'd recommend and in what order and why, then comment books below, and if there's enough interest, I'll make a video all about that. So I started with a clinic after becoming a hypnotherapist, at first believing that it was as simple as build it and they will come, just like that Kevin Costner movie, Field of Dreams. But that's not what happened for me. In order for my clinic and the dream of running a clinic to survive, I had to do things that were uncomfortable to me at first. I had to get better at marketing, not being afraid of asking for the sale, and had to develop systems so my time wasn't taken up in admin. And after a few months, my clinic calendar became full. It's what I thought I wanted until I realized that I'd actually created a self-employed job that actually limited how many people I could help. It was roughly about 15 to 20 people per week was all I could really handle. And eventually I started running self-hypnosis group sessions, which grew steadily, all because of the effort that I was putting into the marketing. I quickly saw that marketing was a necessary bloodline to allowing me to contribute to more people in a meaningful way. And the business model that I chose to create really determined how many people I could possibly impact. Instead of helping 15 people per week, I could now help 30 people in 4 hours. And I could find 30 people that were interested due to the marketing that I was putting out there. And it was such a turning point in my career. So marketing leads to more interested people, and then sales skills leads to more revenue, and then systems leads to lower expenses, and lower expenses leads to more profit. And the more profit means you get to reinvest it all back into your marketing so you can help more people. I soon realized that marketing, sales, systems, and profit equals healing and empowering more people. I was also a qualified hypnotherapy trainer. So after a number of requests, I moved into training because I saw a need for more confident, skilled hypnotherapists in the world. At my first hypnotherapy training group, I had 15 people enrolled, and 3 people chose to take the next advanced training. In that moment, the night of the final training day, I realized that I just made more profit in one single event than I normally made in 2 weeks of my clinic. So I took that profit and I put it back into the business system. 6 months after making this transition into running training events, I was running an event in Melbourne, Australia that was completely sold out. It had 180 people in the room. Now, at the end of that event, it took me 2 hours to leave because so many people wanted to shake my hand and express their gratitude to me for sharing with them what someone had once shared with me. It was like they'd been given a practical user manual for their own mind that could also be applied to helping others learn about their mind as well. So not only did I get 100 testimonials from that event, but my business made more in one event than I had ever made in a full year in anything I had done ever before. More impact and more profit. This allowed me to take my business nationally, and over the following decade, I ran 15 to 20 live hypnotherapy training events in most of the capital cities in Australia, getting anywhere from 30 to 120 people into a room. At one point, I paid a marketing coach over $20,000 to show me how to create a new marketing funnel, which took 8 weeks to build. It seemed like a massive investment at the time that I was pretty scared to make. But within 3 months, that funnel also brought in multiple 6 figures of revenue. So it was ultimately worth it in the long run. Hypnosis and hypnotherapy has not only helped me overcome my own problems with drinking, smoking, relationships, money, and self-worth, but it's also provided me with a model that's allowed me to help thousands of people and create a 7-figure business doing something that I loved and truly believed in. About 7 years ago, I actually started wearing another hat. I became a consultant and a business coach, the guy that people would hire to help them build their business. Now, many of the people that I trained wanted to know if they could implement similar systems to the ones that they saw me using. So I became a business coach for hypnotherapists and experts to help them develop marketing systems, design better offers, and implementing automation and systems within their business. Now, in that time, I saw people achieve incredible success where disgruntled office workers were able to go out and create a new career for themselves and replace their income by doing something more fulfilling. And I also saw single mums that were able to create an abundant life for their kids working as a hypnotherapist with profitable systems to support them. But I also saw the limitations of this. Not everyone was ready for the success that a system could bring them. Not everyone did their part to build their business successfully. Just like we see with some clients in a clinic, intellectually, some people may want the results that they seek, but they haven't yet addressed their emotional and somatic concerns that ensure that the change and the transformation is holistic and long-term. I remember I'd be able to build them a powerful engine, but I wasn't the one driving the car. I didn't control the whole ecosystem for them. One clear example is whereby I helped a client develop an entire system, packaged up an amazing new offer, ensured that there was a hungry market out there for it, and even helped them get some attention in the media. He was actually invited to have a media interview, a media appearance that had a viewership of over 1 million people. But he actually declined the interview. That one 15-minute interview could have generated him more impact than he had ever had, but he rationalized to himself why it wasn't the right time. Now, evidently, it wasn't the right time for him because he wasn't ready for it. This is an example of the insidious nature of our hidden self-sabotage patterns. Very few people willingly acknowledge that they are self-sabotaging at the time. It's often justified as being due to some reasons outside their control. So I share this with you so you understand I've lived on both sides of the fence. I've been a passionate business owner, building my own dreams from the ground up. And I've been a growth consultant helping others achieve their dreams, but without full control. And through it all, one belief has grown stronger every single day. But look, this isn't just about my journey. This is about the moment that we're living in right now. The ground is shifting beneath our feet. The tools that were considered science fiction just a few years ago are now available to anyone with an internet connection. And we're at the very beginning of a new era of entrepreneurship, creators, builders, experts, and people with a big vision. For the first time in history, the ability to execute on a big idea is no longer limited by the size of your team or the size of your bank account. But it is limited by the quality of your ideas and your ability to direct these new powerful tools and combine them with your authentic gifts. But the barrier to entry for creating something meaningful and profitable has never been lower. Which leads me to a big what if. What if you could combine years of deep, hard-won expertise with raw, scalable power of AI? I believe you can create an almost unfair advantage. You can build bigger, better, and faster than ever before. Now, it's great in theory, but theory is useless without proof. And there are concerns about relying on AI too much and producing AI slop, or losing congruency with what AI creates. Now, we all know that any motivated 13-year-old with AI tools can create anything that we can create. But the real difference comes from the personal and human experiences and the authentic gifts that we apply to it. AI, after all, is just a tool. The same way that someone can use a laptop to doom scroll social media all day, getting more and more depressed, compared to someone that uses that same laptop to change thousands of lives in a meaningful way. So here's what I'm going to do. So I'm officially launching the 30-day challenge. I'm going to build a brand new hypnosis-related multi-six-figure business funnel and ecosystem from scratch in just 30 days. Now, I'm going to be using AI to do all the heavy lifting, but it's going to be guided by my years of experience, my strategic insights, and pretty much my obsession with detail. I'm going to prove once and for all that AI plus deep skill equals an unfair advantage. Now, let's break that down because it's very important to look at this equation and this formula. This isn't just about telling a chat bot to go and build me a business. It's actually a recipe for disaster. Now, first, the AI is like an ultimate intern. It's a force multiplier. It can do in minutes what used to take days. It can brainstorm 100 different marketing angles, draft dozens of emails, analyze customer data, create a whole bunch of social media content, and create amazing, stunning visuals. It's the engine that provides speed and scale. But AI lacks something critical. It has no real world experience. It doesn't understand nuance or empathy or the subtle psychology of a customer or your client who is on the fence about whether they should buy or invest into your service. Now, that's where the second and most important part comes in, deep skill. And my years of experience is like the rudder that will steer the AI engine. For example, AI can generate a generic sales page for a hypnosis product or service, but it's my deep skill that allows me to tell it what gaps it has left, where it's hallucinated, and where it's made things sound just too robotic. I always think of AI as part of a team. It's not the full team. You need to be the editor and the proofreader. You need to ensure that you aren't producing AI slop or accidentally doing brand damage. Now, that's really where the magic is. The AI executes, but the expert directs. The AI provides the raw power, but the deep skill provides the wisdom. And that is the unfair advantage. Now, I'm actually going to be documenting the entire journey right here for anyone that wants to see behind the curtain. Now, if you've ever wanted to build your own online business and you're interested in the hypnosis side of a business, then this is for you. If you're a business owner or you have a side hustle and you want to integrate AI to work faster and smarter, then this is also for you. By following along, what you'll end up seeing is how I think differently. You'll see my unique process for developing and validating profitable ideas before I even write a single line of copy or code. You'll learn how I plan for efficiency. You'll get my visual planning methods that prevent failure and ensure that every piece of the ecosystem works together and can also be reverse engineered. You'll also learn how I work with AI authentically. You'll see the exact prompts I use and how I refine them to get high quality, authentic output that still sounds like me. And then you'll also see the psychology of sales. I'm going to infuse a lot of consumer psychology into every step to show you how I communicate powerfully and ethically to build trust. And then ultimately, you're going to see a world of opportunity. You'll see that you have hundreds of opportunities to make a meaningful impact and make pretty good money doing it as well. This is more than just a challenge. It's real-time, transparent case study in building a modern business. It's a playbook for a new era of meaningful, empowerment-focused entrepreneurship. Now, this is not about selling cheap print-on-demand t-shirts, mugs, stickers, or trinkets that don't change anyone's life. This is about opening your eyes to the world of possibilities and seeing a roadmap that you could potentially follow so you could do what you love, impact hundreds or thousands of lives, and create it faster and better than ever before. I don't want you to miss a single day of this journey. The wins, the inevitable failures and mistakes, the breakthroughs, you're going to see it all. I want you to be a part of the conversation as well. So here's what you need to do. Just click the subscribe button now, and just as importantly, turn on the notification bell. Day one's just around the corner, and you're going to want to be there from the very beginning. Now, I'm also setting up a school platform so I can share other resources such as digital whiteboards, swipe files, prompt workbooks, and more. So comment school if you want the link to join when it's launched. This is going to be your front row seat to watching me build an impactful, transformational business in the age of AI. So let's prove what's possible together.